What's the deal, my people? Mare of Easttown is almost over. I'll be sad when it goes. But after watching this trailer, I can give you guaranteed 100% proof who the murderer of Erin is. Please stick around to the end of the video. I'll break it all down at the end, piece it all together to you, and I guarantee if you stick around to the end, you will know who the killer truly is. What up to all my thugs, nerds, geeks, and freaks? You're now rocking with the best, the Don Tony Teflon. And if you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if this video hits 500 likes, I will give away a Mare of Easttown themed t-shirt to a subscriber who leaves a comment on this video. You gotta be in it to win it, people. Now let's get right to it.
I let Hauser go this morning. Tomorrow morning, you take the case back.
So the first clip we get is the immediate aftermath of what happened last episode. And it seems that Mare is being rewarded for all that she has done. Now, some may have thought that she could have gotten more trouble because she shouldn't have been working the case. She was supposed to stay home. But in light of her finding the girls and killing the person who did it, and the fact that her partner was killed, I think that it's a good situation that she's going to find herself in. But as she said in this episode, it's not always good to be the hero. It's not always good to be the superstar, because then you have to live up to these expectations. And I think that brings in this clip that we got from episode 5's trailer. And as a reminder, episode 5 trailer was a mashup of all the last episodes combined. So it just wasn't an episode 5 trailer. But in this scene, we could see her being mobbed by the media. And I think this is the reason why, because she has solved this case and now everybody's clamoring for her attention, and she doesn't seem to like it very much.
I woke up at 2 in the morning. Dylan wasn't in bed.
Our next clip shows Mare and the Chief showing Dylan's ex throwing him directly under the bus, saying that 3 in the morning when she woke up, he was not in bed. And it seems like they are trying to push that Dylan is the person who killed Erin in this trailer. That's what they want you to believe. Maybe that's the case, but it shows that that's what they're going for. Also, this is the same day or not too far after she does get reinstated, because she's wearing the exact same outfit she did in the first clip.
Is there something you're trying to hide?
I think I want a lawyer.
Yeah, I would too.
We see Mare back in the interrogation room, and this time Dylan is in there with them. So you know that they go and pick Dylan up after the comments of his ex-girlfriend. And it seems like he's a little bit nervous, asking for a lawyer all of a sudden. And Mare seems to be a little, I don't want to say cocky, but she seems to think that she has her man in her sights. That's what it seems. The way she's squinting her eyes at him makes me think she's like trying to see right through him. As I said, the push right now is towards Dylan. Everything that we've seen him do, we know that he was the mastermind of the book burning, of all the diary, and just making up the lies about all that and getting his hands on those so he could burn them. We know that he wasn't home at the time when the murder took place. The only motivation that we see right now for Erin being murdered is the fact that she was looking for money for surgery for her son. At the time, he thought it was his son, and he did not want to pay the money. In fact, he didn't say he didn't really want to pay it. He said that you have to handle it through the courts, and that would have taken too long for her. So it seems like he definitely had motivation at that time to want to take this girl out. And he got into the fight with her. His girlfriend got into the fight with her on that same night. What gives me pause to think it's Dylan is one thing, and we're going to talk about that in a second.
What the hell's the matter with you? Sit down. I need to tell you something.
Our next clip, we see a truck speeding away. We can't exactly tell who's going on or what truck it is, but I would say it has something to do with Billy Ross, because we do see John Ross talking to what I believe or who I believe is his father, and he says to him, I have something to tell you. And right after that, we do see Billy slam the door in his face. So it seems that John Ross had to move back in with his father because we know that he was doing the adulterous affair. I think that affair is with Faye. That's my theory on that. But you in the comment section, you let me know what you think about that. But he's about to admit something to him, and I do believe she's about to admit something to him about Billy. Now, I think that we can all agree, and I hope we can agree, that Billy is the father of Erin's baby. I believe that that's going to be the case, that he's going to be the father 100%. I think that the father knows, and he's about to admit this. That's why Billy's getting so upset. We've seen the reaction that he gave when Mare questioned him about her staying with him. And I believe that it seems like he lives there, so she must have stayed there in that house. If she did stay in that house with the dad, I think it's pretty obvious that the dad could have walked in on something, seen something going down, and maybe said, what the hell are you doing? And maybe that's the reason why he forced her to move out in the end. So that does give Billy Maida motivation to be the killer of Erin.
Did you toss her bike into the river, Deacon?
In the next clip, we see the Deacon being interrogated by the chief. I don't really think it's an interrogation. I think it's more of him confessing. I think that that's what's going to happen, that Father Dan's going to get him to go in there and tell the truth. And he's going to tell him that, hey, I'm the one who threw the bike in the water. I'm the one who did that, and this is the reasons why. And I think after this, all the speculation that he had something to do with the murder will be resolved. I never thought it was him because they put the full court press on it to make you believe that it was him. It was just too obvious for it to be him. It just wouldn't have been a good story if it was him. We know the reason why he wanted to hide the fact that he got that accusation against him. We've seen him suffer the consequences for that when he got beat up. So I think that this will put the bow on everyone believing that it was him, and we'll move on from that to the real killer.
Just leave me alone.
No, that's impossible.
Get in the fucking car!
Just Riley asked for Mare. Says she has information on Ann McMiniman.
Riley's being chased down by Dylan. She says she doesn't want any part of him. To me, it's a little bit late. You have already done all the dirt with him, right? You burnt the diaries, you did all that, you were down, and now all of a sudden you don't want to be down. Remember, she did take that one photo, what looks like a photo from the diary, and put it in her pocket. Now, all of a sudden it seems like she's not hanging out with them, and that's why they're trying to get her in the car. She does go to the police officer, or at least calls the police station, because the police officer says that she called in looking for Mare because she had some information on Erin. So that picture directly correlates to something going on, with proof to who is the killer of Erin 100%. We see her then hiding underneath the car, and we have to go to the other trailer to see exactly the aftermath of her hiding underneath that car, which we can clearly see her being dragged from her feet from underneath the car. Now, it makes us believe that Dylan found her, and that's why she's being dragged out of the car. That's what it's making us believe, that that's what's going on. I don't think so. I think it's probably Mare that found her and drags her from underneath that car, or somebody, another cop, found her and dragged her from underneath that car. I don't think it's her. It makes you think so. I mean, that's what they're going for. They truly want you to believe that they found her, Dylan and them found her, and that's how this goes down. They find her, drag her from underneath the car. I don't think it's that. I think it's something else, and I think we could learn that from a different clip that we'll see. I'm going to show you that clip in 1 second right after we finish this trailer.
Get Mare on the phone. Do it now.
In all honesty, that last clip, that's all I really need to see to tell you 100% exactly what's going down and who the killer of Erin is. I would say 99.9% sure that this is the case, the way it is going to be. And I'm going to break it down for you right now. So we see Mare grab a t-shirt. She looks concerned when she sees the t-shirt. It's hard for me to make out exactly what the t-shirt says, but it does look like it's some type of like sports memorabilia t-shirt. So after we see that, we see Billy drinking some coffee. He looks extremely stressed, and inside of his fisherman's tackle box, we see that he has a gun. After we see that, we see the chief say, "Get Mare on the phone right now." That's all I need to see. I don't need to see anything else. I know exactly how this went down, why it went down, and who killed Aaron. I'm going to break it down to you right now. Now, I told you from the beginning of this show that the person who was the father of this baby would be the killer. The only reason that she would have beef with anybody would be that she's trying to expose who the father is because she needs money for her son's surgery. That is the motivation for her being killed. The father is Billy 100%. He had sex with her while she was living with him, which is the reason why he tried to deny that she was there for a long time. He did not want that to be exposed because he was afraid of her father, which is his cousin, who we've seen is a nut, lunatic, psycho guy who probably would have beat him up pretty bad if he found out he was sleeping with his daughter. That's number one. Number two, the father tells Billy's brother John that he's seen something that he thought was suspect. Not only do I think he knows that Billy did have sex with this girl, but I also think he's seen him try to destroy evidence. When we look at the picture of him talking to John, we see that he has a shirt over his t-shirt. But when you see him and Billy slamming the door in his face, he only has that t-shirt on. He doesn't have the shirt over top of it. If we look at that scene closely, we can see that there's a bottle of bleach right there by Billy. Billy's using that bleach at that particular time to destroy the evidence. That's why we get this scene between Mare and Laurie.
Where I didn't know. What didn't you know?
What she didn't know was that her brother-in-law had slept with Aaron and got her pregnant, and he is the father of the baby. That's what she's going to explain. That's why the scene right before that, we see Billy having the gun, putting it in the tackle box, which I believe then leads to him racing off in the truck that we see and throwing this in the river. That's why we see Mare in the water retrieving the gun and the tackle box. The whole car chase scene with Dylan, it takes place 100% like this. They just put it out of order, but you can really see exactly how the whole thing goes down. First, the guy says that she calls up and asks for Mare because she has information on the killing.
Just Riley asked for Mare. Says she has information on Aaron McMiniman.
He's talking to the chief because Mare's not around, so the chief decides to meet with her. She then hands the chief the photo of what she got from the diary, and whatever it is that photo is, which I believe it's something that points directly towards Bill being the baby daddy and her hanging out with Bill, I think that is what prompts him, the chief, to say at the end of this,
Get Mare on the phone. Do it now.
that is my story. I'm sticking to it. That's how I think it goes down in the end for these characters dealing with the murder of Aaron. But you tell me in the comment section if you have a different theory. Before the next episode starts, I will be doing a live stream with LMR, a pregame show 1 hour before, so that's 9 o'clock Eastern time PM, right before it starts. Make sure you're subscribed and click that bell so you can be notified anytime I go live, so you don't have to really worry about that. Or remember, and we will be doing a giveaway for a t-shirt on that. Remember, if this video does hit 500 likes, I will give a subscriber a t-shirt about this show, so make sure you're subscribed and you thumbs up this video. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm. Again, subscribe, and until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.